Alright guys, welcome to Average Mics. In today's video, we're going to start installing some of these smart switches. I have a couple dimmers, smart dimmer, ZWave. It's not the smart wire ones if you don't have the neutral wire available in some of the older wiring techniques, I guess. They don't have a neutral wire where the switch is. I should have neutral wires. In the past, when I've done these, I've had neutral wires where the switch is, so I just have this guy. This is the ZWave Plus, which basically repeats the ZWave signal so you can get further in your house. These are a GE model. I've used them. I've had them in the past. They work fine. They work great with the SmartThings hub. I will put the link in the description for a lot of my, if you see my previous videos, I went over where I was putting these and why I had to buy so many. But this is the add-on switch. If you're running a three-way or more, this switch is cheaper because there's not much. There's not the technology is not in these switches. It's just really a dummy switch that works with this switch, which has all the capabilities of ZWave to use for that. So I have six of these. This ran about $35. You usually run around $35. Sometimes you get them cheaper like Black Friday or whatever. This runs $20, so that's good. Don't think you have to buy all these for all your switches. If they're three-wired, you can use this for all except the main switch, which you need one of these for. So some cases I have 4 switches controlling the same light, 1 of these, 3 of these. So let's get to work. Alright, so first things first, you want to make sure that the breaker is off, obviously. I do have this tool from Klein Tool. Basically, if it's green now, means it's on. If you rub it up against an electrical wire that has power on it, it'll turn red. And it'll beep at you. So if you look at this outlet next to me here, see, turn red, it's beeping. Now if I go up in here, I'll double check this once we get it back out, but I can see the screws on this side, and obviously the kitchen light is out, so that's a good indicator. There's no power going in there. So make sure you definitely want to make sure that power is out before you start messing around in here. Okay guys, so as you can tell, there's no, even though it looks like this is a neutral wire, this is your traveler red wire, ground and power. Generally how they do it is this wire would run to either the light fixture, what I believe it is, this runs to the other switch that has power to it. So I don't have really a neutral wire because these two are 2 ends of the switch. You know, one end goes here, one end goes there. This is the traveler. So I don't have a neutral wire. This is really a power wire once the switch is turned on. So what I did was I went to the other switches, and as you can tell, this one is the switch that controls the kitchen as well. And as you can see also that I have a ton of neutrals in there. So what happens is the light fixture comes down into here. Power is also in here from the electrical box, and then it is divvied out from this switch. The wire from the other switch I showed you before comes into here as well, and it looks confusing, but all we need to know is I know this is a neutral wire because generally in a normal light to switch, the neutral wire would be tied together, the wire coming from the light and the wire coming from the circuit breaker. That would be tied together. Power would be jumped from this coming from the electrical box, this going to the light fixture, and then because it's a three-way, this is a traveler wire that goes from here to the other switch. So what I'm going to do is put an add-on switch where we were before. I'm going to put the power or the regular GE switch here for the kitchen. I'm also going to put an add-on switch. I haven't decided yet. I might put the power switch here because the other side, this is for the dining room. The other switch for the dining room is over here. And as you can see back here, I also have a neutral here. So I could really do either one. I'm thinking, initially I thought to hop onto this one, but you know what? I don't know what the add-on switches have, but I know the regular switches have a little blue light. And what I'm thinking is that light, if these two, and it really doesn't matter, but if these two have the blue lights, that one would not, that one would not. And I could be completely wrong. They might all have blue lights, but I'm not sure. So I'm also gonna have to go into this mess over here, which is, if you see my other videos, we've been in here before because we're moving some stuff around. But for now, I have one for here, which this is an easy swap because there is no secondary switch for that switch. This is a kitchen switch, so this will be another add-on. This is a foyer switch, which the foyer switch also has another switch over here, controls that, and that is dead, and so is that one. That's good. And the other switch controls the hallway switch light, which that has a switch here, one up there, and one over there. You can't see, but all right. So let's start putting these in. All right, guys. So moved on to the dining room because I started to get a little confused, but I think I figured it out. As you can see, I wired in. This is a primary switch. It's not an add-on switch. I have my neutral jumpered to this neutral here. I have my traveler wire. Sorry, I couldn't think. Traveler wire going to there. I don't know if you can see in there, but basically the line coming in, that's the power line coming in here, and then the other side is the line going to the other switch, the add-on switch. So I have power from the circuit breaker coming in on this guy, and I have the black wire going to the other switch coming in here. And what's going to happen is this switch, the power wire is going to power this. The traveler wire, I believe, is going to power the add-on switch. And ultimately, what you should do, and what the instructions tell you to do, is this power wire is going to go into the other panel. I'll quick come over here. It's this switch here. It's going to come in, and they want you to take that power wire and send it directly to the light wire, which is in this box. I believe it's this one right here. So we're going to take these two off, couple them together. You're going to have your traveler wire, your ground wire, and we need a neutral wire to go to the switch. It's a little bit different than what traditional, and they kind of explain it to you here. This is your traditional way. This is your new way. Because ultimately this switch does not, just needs power, neutral, and ground. It's not actually controlling the light, it's just sending signal to the primary. So in a case in the kitchen where I only have one wire coming in, one of those wires actually aren't going to be used at all because it's not needed anymore. And as you can see, it has a line coming in, there, going out, over, and when it comes in over here, it goes right to the power for the light instead of traditionally it went to the switch. So that's what was getting me a little confused. So let's see what I can do on the other side and then see if it works. Alright, so what we did is we have this add-on switch. I wired it up, neutral wire going to neutral here. We have travel wire going to here. We have ground going to there. And we have the power black wire coming from the other switch going to the black wire going to the light, connected together. And as you can see, the light is not on. So if I look at this switch here, we have a little blue light, which means it has power. I'm going to hit the button. The light is on. Now, we go over to here. Turn this off. There it goes. And it's off. Cool. So this is pretty simple. Exactly how that's why I moved to this one. It's exactly how the diagram in the instruction manual shows. You have power wire coming in, main switch here, traveler wire going to the other switch over here, and then the light is also coming in here. And it's exactly how now what's going to be the confusing part is when you get into the kitchen, which I'm going to try next. You have that one, you have this one, you have the one over the other side as well. So let me hook that all up and see if I figured it out, and I'll show you what I did. All right, thanks. All right, so for the kitchen lights, we work in this big 3-pound here. This one is for that light. This one is for the kitchen lights. This one is for the foyer lights. Now, what I have determined is that, so we have power coming in to here. Yeah. This one actually has the traveler on the other side. That's odd. Maybe it's not. So power going in, power going out, and then we have traveler. So that wire goes over to this box again. That wire comes in. You have power coming in from the other box. You have this traveler coming in. Not sure why it's hot, but traveler coming in, and then you have a secondary traveler that goes over to this, but the light is here. So it's similar to this situation that we just did, where we're probably going to have to take these two. This is the light, this is the power, put those together, and then the travelers, this is going to power that add-on switch. This will also end up powering that switch, and then we have to tie the neutrals in and stuff too. So that's what we're going to try to do. Let's see if it works out. I will get back to you. All right, guys, so I have my main switch here for your kitchen lights. The power comes in here, right there. So the power wire, black wire, goes here to the other switch. Goes this black wire. This black wire goes to the other switch. This traveler wire goes to the other switch, and then we have our neutral, which I'm daisy chaining to neutral. Now if we go over here, starting to get a little better idea of what's going on here. So the light comes in, and it's hard to see, but the light comes in to this box, as well as the wire from that outlet I just showed you. So this is where it gets tricky, because we also have the light switch over here coming in to here as well. So neutral is easy. Obviously I'm daisy chaining it again, that neutral. So the switch power from coming in from this side comes in. It has a black, red, white, and ground. Ground goes to ground. That's easy. And then we have a ground going here to that ground. So the black wire is the wire that has to go to the light, just like the other one. So the light comes in with a black wire. The black wire from that first switch comes in. They get tied together. That's what this is here. That's tied together. The traveler wire goes into here, and you have your neutral. So black, traveler, neutral, ground, right? Now the wires coming in from the kitchen, they come in. Traveler goes with the traveler on here, so both of those are in the same one. The neutral, the white wire, since there is no neutral over there, or there's a wire going there, so that neutral goes in with that neutral to give neutral for the other switch. And then the black wire isn't used anymore. So even though there's nothing on it, I still put a cap on there. But basically this is just free floating here. And then over here, last switch, black wire, I didn't put the cap on yet, but the black wire is here, traveler, neutral, ground. So as you see, if I hit the button here, it turns on. If I hit the button here to turn off, they turn off. And obviously, if I hit the button on this one, back on again. All right, so I'm going to finish that up. This one here is easy. It's just black, ground. That one's easy. And then you have to tie the neutral, and I'll daisy chain onto that one as well. That's easy. This one is for over there. We'll take care of that. I don't think you need to see that all over again. So we're gonna button everything up. I'm gonna do the one over there, do the ones upstairs, and we should be good to go. All right, so now all the wiring's done. What we're gonna do is set it up on the app. So I have my phone here. Let's get the app. Now I still use the old version of the SmartThings app. So here is the app. Hopefully you can see that. And we want to go to things. We want to add. Now it's going to look, and all these have just, all of these switches have just powered on for the most part. So we're probably going to get a couple here. What I'm going to do is just label them switch 1, switch 2, and then see what, actually it's just the 2 here. Okay. If your switch doesn't come up, there's 2 things you can do. One, just try to hit the on button, and that will kind of restart the signal to let it start. And then the other thing you can do is hit, I think it's more if it was already assigned and then something got messed up and you want to reset it. It's up 4 times, or on 4 times, off 4 times. So what we're gonna do is hit this button here. We'll rename device. We'll just call it switch 1 for now. Switch 1. Done. We'll rename this device. Switch 2. Done. Or if it's still looking. So what we'll do is we'll save. Okay. They're done. We'll probably see them down here. Switch 1, switch 2. Let's see which ones they are. So if I turn 1 off, looks like that is the kitchen lights here, right? On. See the lights turned on. You can see that. Lights are on. Off. Lights are off. Switch 2. Maybe that one. Yep. On. Off. Good there. Let's see if I hit add. If we click on these guys. See if we can get it to pop on here. We can do add device manually. If it doesn't pop up, we can do smart dimmer, switch dimmers. Okay. They're all GE. And they are the GE paddle ZWave dimmer. Right there. Connect now. There you go. There's one. See if we can get another one. Try to keep turning them on and off just to see if one more pops up. Maybe not. It's fine. Rename device. Call it switch 3. Join. Save. Alright, so that's what we're gonna, and that ended up being neither. Is that one? It says turning on, so it might not be quite there yet. One of them's on. This is, there you go. I think it's that one there. So turn off. It didn't turn off. This is switch 3. So wonder if that is on. So it's not a dimmer though. The one up here. What are the ones that I switch? Let's see. Let's come up here. I just added these ones. This one's not a dimmer though. I'm wondering if this is it. No. I think it's just probably doing stuff too quick. I think that's what it is. Let's see if the dim works. Alright guys, so that's how you add the switches. I named them switch. Well, I have a couple more to do, but I named them switch 1, switch 2, switch 3 because I have multiple ones that I installed. But what we'll do is we'll, click on one, see what it is, name it how it's supposed to be, and then it's all good to go. There's different things you could do. I know one thing I do is, at 11 o'clock, it's scheduled all the lights, at least all the ones I choose, which is basically all of them, turn off. And that way, especially in the basement, nobody's down in the basement typically. The only problem with that is, sometimes you'll have, a party or people over and it's 11 o'clock, the lights will turn off. But you definitely save money turning the lights off at said time, 11, 12 o'clock. That way, the basement lights especially, the kids leave them on, and that, 12 o'clock they get shut off. That way it doesn't stay on all night. So things like that you can do. But yeah, so that'll be the end of this video. Hopefully you liked it. If you liked it, please like. Didn't like it, hit dislike. If you want to drop a comment below, please do. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff helps me out, helps you guys out, because I'll end up making more videos and you know, it's a win-win. So thanks for stopping in. I'll check you guys next time. Later.